Upon arrival, we checked into our medieval village accommodation, and honestly, it was like stepping straight into a storybook. Timber-framed houses with ivy trailing the windows, flickering lanterns lining the paths, and the gentle sound of distant lutes drifting through the air. Inside, the rooms were cosy and atmospheric. Stone walls, wooden beams, wrought iron features, and thoughtful touches that stayed true to the era without sacrificing comfort. It didn't feel like a hotel at all. It felt like another time, and the children were enchanted from the moment we arrived. From there, we wandered into the Roman village. Sun-drenched courtyards, carved columns, and the scent of spiced meats and fresh bread wafting from the bakeries. Then on to our first show, the Coliseum, and what a way to begin. Absolutely spectacular. The scale, the noise, the drama, the crowd roared, the chariots flew past at full pelt, and for a moment, it truly felt like ancient Rome. gardens in the park are so peaceful and perfectly kept. Quiet paths, blooming flowers, a real moment of calm between shows. Then came the bird display, absolutely mesmerising. Eagles, falcons, owls soaring overhead in perfect harmony. It was pure magic. Next was the immersive walkthrough on the old galleon. Dark, creaking timber, the smell of salt and smoke, stormy seas all around. It felt like we'd stepped into the heart of a shipwreck. Every corner was a surprise, so cleverly done. We then walked through the Viking village, imagining smoke curling from thatched huts and warriors sharpening blades before reaching the Viking show. we're in the centre of the park, and you can hear the music, classical music. So they have music everywhere while you're walking, and it's all sort of suitable to the place that you're looking at. So it's just stunning in the middle of a theme park. Just absolutely, the attention to detail is amazing. And now I've got to get it out. But yes, absolutely stunning to listen to the music. And then some of the other places have, really like spooky music, or some places have like, music of the 17th century. It's just absolutely brilliant. I love the music being played everywhere because it's just so immersive. Three Musketeers was just about my favourite. The dancing, the sword fighting, the horse riding through the water and walls. It was epic from start to finish. Even the sweet shop was perfectly themed. Wooden shelves, jars of old-fashioned sweets, and the most divine little details. Honestly, I wish all sweet shops looked like this. After our first day, we strolled through the fountains and elegant buildings. The splendour of the 17th century came alive in Louis XIV's court, where we dined at a wonderful buffet and everything was beautifully manicured and perfectly in theme. Puy du Fou, a theme park like no other, totally immersive, beautifully historical and quite unbelievable. No rides, just breathtaking live shows that sweep you through time. It's so well organised, spotlessly clean and somehow busy without ever feeling crowded. The food was wonderful, the children were wide-eyed with wonder, especially at the bird show, and every corner stayed true to the magic of the experience. We were completely blown away and already planning our return trip.